So man, we live, DJ Larry Luv, live hip hop deli, man. And they say bedroom music is back. Man. So the right way, we had to get the R&B superstar while here in Atlanta, man. Mr. Ro James, man.
Bro?
My brother, man. Peace. So first and foremost, man, how you living, man? How you living for this 2021 to start off, man?
2020, 2021. Man, it's been an interesting couple years, but it's been growth.
You think growth?
Yeah, an opportunity to tap in. So I'm living in that.
I like that.
In that elevation.
It's a new world after the pandemic, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new world after the pandemic.
And we still in it, but after it though?
Well, after the start of it, I should say.
We in the beginning of the end.
Yeah. I think it was a pandemic. I think it was a scandemic,
For sure.
And for the hood, it was a bandemic.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It was all of that, man. But first and foremost, man, we got to go back to 2013, brother. We're just going to hop straight in it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Before the we may go back a little bit, man. So first and foremost, your real name, is it Robert James?
Nope.
What is it? Ronnie James.
Ronnie James.
And so what makes you, why do you want to run with Ronnie James? But I like the Ro James, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
So initially it was going to be Ronnie James.
Okay,
but I was going back and forth because it was like, you know what? Does this make me sound like an old dude? Does this make me sound like an uncle? Ronnie James to the stage. And it's like, nah, that wasn't the vibe. And I didn't want people to only put me in this. They had already associated my voice with neo soul. So it was like, I didn't want to put myself there off top. So all my friends always called me Ro. And so we went with Ro James. It just made sense to me.
Ro James.
But then there was this dude named Ronnie James Dio.
And this was coming up when you
if you Google Ronnie James right now,
okay,
Ronnie James Dio would come up.
Okay.
And so, but I found out that he was like a big rock artist.
Okay.
So it was like, all right, so I got to be my own space when somebody Google. So that was part of it too.
That's dope, man. Ro James, man. But I seen it. So it's crazy, man, because my father was in the military too.
Word.
So I seen, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the uniformed veterans of America. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it the right way.
Services,
you know what I'm saying? For your services. So I see you was born in Germany.
I was born in Stuttgart. Word.
Okay. Then you was it New York with your grandmother first? Next. Then was it Cali for a minute?
Cali.
And then you know what I'm saying, you made the early childhood in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
To end up in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, we went to Oklahoma and then Illinois. It was just so many places, bro.
Okay.
So my mom's Panamanian.
Okay.
And they moved from Panama to New York.
Okay.
And then my dad's from Indianapolis.
Okay.
So I got a lot going on.
Okay.
As far as culture, you know.
Okay.
I mean?
Okay.
I'm born in Germany. I'm Panamanian.
Okay.
My dad's from Indiana, which is like Midwest vibes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of hood, but kind of chill.
Yeah, right.
New York is everything.
True.
You know what I'm saying? True. So, I mean, I feel like I traveled everywhere, but it played a big part in my sound, and it played a big part in who I am as a person.
That's real. So you came up off was it the Marvin Gaye? Was it the Mel Waiters? Was it the Teddy P? Was it the Barry White?
Nah. Honestly, my dad was super strict, so I remember early on, like my mom used to love Whitney Houston, so she used to play Whitney all the time.
Whitney Houston.
But my dad got into church, and then it changed everything.
Word.
So from there, it became like really. He really dove in. Like,
so you was that light skinned nigga in the choir?
I never sung in church, bro.
Oh, you never sung in the church?
Nah, I was the rebel.
Okay.
Like they would want me to sing. I could probably count on probably one hand, probably three times that I've ever sung in church. Okay. And it was because somebody called my name. You know, they just call you, be like, yo, come to the front.
Okay. So was your father's a preacher? Was he?
Yeah, my dad's a pastor.
So you was in the front row with that shit on?
In the front row?
Was you sitting on the front
back row?
What? But I thought the family always sit in the front row when you go to.
Nah, it wasn't like that for me.
Oh man, why you got to put that? You
because that's just where I was. I just felt like I was in a resistant place because I felt like I was forced into it.
True.
You know what I mean? And my dad, I was with it. You know, it's the whole process. So within church, it's like you go from the saint to the usher to the deacon to the choir to the minister to the pastor. So I watched the whole process of everything, but I also had my own spirit and my own energy. You know?
I mean, in the hood, you always thought the stigma of the preacher's kids was, the daughter. Boy, you get the preacher's daughter, but you already know something. But the son was always the sap. He the most gangsters in the neighborhood. But that's coming from my upbringing.
Okay, so that's how it is. But imagine that.
Okay.
But imagine my dad being a military.
Okay.
So my dad's like a drill sergeant.
True. Yeah. Shout out to the drill sergeants, man.
And elevating in that in his position over there. So it's like an authority thing.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? So it made me.
Yeah. So you ain't when you got that first piece, you told your mom or your father, you know, so when you first got, you know, sexually intimately. I mean, you're an R&B singer, so you know this shit had to come from somewhere. So you know what I'm saying. So who you told first? Your pops or your moms? You ain't told none of them. You know what I mean?
Definitely my pops.
But he was the drill sergeant. You told the drill sergeant.
Nah, but we still had a relationship.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think my mom's gave me my first pack of condoms. Shout out to my mother for giving me my first pack of condoms.
My aunt gave me my first. So my mom. So I learned a lot of things from my aunt.
Okay.
Coming to New York, so I would always come back to New York wherever I was.
Okay.
I would come to New York and stay with my aunt and my grandmothers and my cousins.
Okay.
So my aunt was listening to like Barry White, and Patra, and like
card game.
Shabba,
That card game movie.
Game,
card game.
Game nights. They would lock us in the room. Be like, y'all stay in the room. They was young. So that's how I was hearing all the other shit. You know what I mean? And taking that in and like Jodeci's and H-Towns. And I was like, what is this? You know what I mean?
True.
But from that, I remember my aunt pulled us in the crib one time and she was like, she took out a cucumber.
Okay.
And she did the whole situation and showed us how. And we was young. So I think I got it from a little bit of everywhere.
Okay.
You get it from the kids, but you get it from your family too. And that's fire.
That's fine. You just been.
That's how it should be.
I don't think I know the Birds and the Bees story for you saying that. I still don't know the Birds and the Bees story. Like from just you
I still don't even think about. I don't think I can correlate the birds and bees. How that even makes sense.
I don't even know the shit that came from. Just start thinking about it. That we talking about the cucumber back in the day. But coming up in New York, you know, the women in New York were, you know, coming up. You always the stigma is New York women are aggressive. They're gonna speak their mind first, and then down south it's that Southern hospitality.
Kind.
She can cook like her grandma. She in the kitchen with her grandmama growing up. You know, so what influenced you to, I guess, not go that neo soul box that they wanted to put you in, because you have a real like that passionate. You could tell he an artist, singer, songwriter voice. Nobody ain't writing his shit for him voice. Because I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So when I do put that shit on, you know, I don't listen to rap all day. You know what I mean? So when we go to that, we're gonna start from 2013 when you made the Coke, Jack, and Cadillac.
Yeah.
I'm right?
Yeah.
Coke, Jack, and Cadillac. Let's start from 2013 before you sign your major deal. What was you doing, man? Like, was you a goddamn? You had the 2 or 3, 4 females in your phone, texting,
bro.
writing about all of them. Like, I felt that energy, man.
Very much.
I felt that energy, man.
And I think about it all the time. The way things are now, and just the way I was moving. It was like I was a young boy trying to figure it out. I'm the same way. Figure out what I liked.
Yeah.
What type of woman I liked, what type of like everything. You know what I mean? Like I'm young. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But I was in New York heavy. I was in the parties, bro. I was out.
You was outside.
I was outside. I was at the Fashion Week. But I had a lot of experiences and met and come across a lot of different people to be able to. I had already had that training from being in the military with my dad. Being a military brat, like moving around and just filling people out and being able to like source people out. My dad always like pay attention to your surroundings. You get into a room, scout the room, look around you, where you at. You got to know. So I feel like I took that with me, and everywhere and every person I've ever met. So when I got to New York and decided to like move to New York for real. Okay. I was moving like that.
How old was you at this time? 19. Ooh, 19 in New York. Ooh.
But my family there, so it's like safe. I'm in a safe haven in New York, but I'm in Queens, from Queens, Jamaica, Queens. Shout out to Jamaica, Queens, and family.
Word. Shout out to
But being out there, it's away from the city, but Manhattan is where it's happening. Okay. Everywhere is where it's happening, but Manhattan is where it's associated with opportunity. You don't know who you're gonna meet.
True.
Who you gonna?
It's the capital too.
Fashion, film, TV, modeling.
True.
Like it's all one.
Okay.
Music.
Right.
So I'll go to like fashion parties. I'll go to music parties. So I'm coming across different people, and I'm really in that world, and I'm letting it take me because I'm enjoying the time. I'm living. But I'm meeting other artists, and I'm watching people do their thing and take off. Right. I meet somebody and they take off, and I'm like, yo, I can fucking sing, bro. What am I doing? But at the same time, I wasn't ready.
Okay. But you knew you wasn't ready, which is the good thing.
I knew I wasn't ready.
But everybody around you thought you.
Everybody around me thought I was a stylist, bro.
Damn.
No, I never really said like I'm an artist.
Damn.
I'm a singer. I'll be like, yo, I could say I'm working on some things.
Okay.
But everybody was working on some things.
Facts.
So you don't try to be that person because it's boring. Like, what do you do? I'm an artist. Everybody say I'm an artist. So it's like, I'm going to wait until it's to show you that I'm an artist, because what I got that I'm harboring is something that's special. And I want it to be presented special.
So you think people thought you was a star because you was around, like, first and foremost, I said you and Miguel kind of hooked up early in your career. Right. So when was the year that you, so was you, but Miguel was like, what was your first, like, friend, celebrity kind of influence? Because I don't want to ask you who your influence was.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, like, in that time you meet and you come across so many people. Like, like, I remember being invited to Khalees, like, when she was married to Nas at this time.
Okay.
We're not gonna talk about it, but
okay.
But she was married to Nas, and she had a birthday party for him, and I went to the birthday party, and she had like Slick Rick perform, and mad just like people that I had listened to and was inspired by, like Slick Rick's jewelry, bro. Come on,
man. I can see that, man. That
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, I try to do it in my way, but
right. It's a whole different.
Inspired.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
Slick Rick.
Yeah, come on.
Mr. T, like all of those people, but you don't really meet them. You always just see them.
Right,
so I'm going to things like this, and I'm young, and I'm meeting them.
Damn.
And I'm seeing them, and I'm feeling their energy, and it's like, word, this feels like me. I feel like certain things about you I can relate to.
Facts.
So then you take those experiences, and somebody says something to me, and I'm gonna fast forward it, but somebody said something to me that kind of pushed it forward for me. They said, and then you asked me about Miguel, that's my brother, but they said, oh, this is Ro James. He's a New York socialite. And I was like, what?
New York socialite.
It was socialite.
Not even a stylist tag. She gave you a socialite.
It wasn't even a stylist. That's not what I was going for. At least, I don't know what I was going for, but it bothered me that I couldn't be introduced in the manner that I felt like
you was playing.
I was destined to be introduced as.
Right.
And I wasn't doing the work because I was having fun.
Right.
You feel me?
That shit. That
so
you felt some type of way. If you felt some type of way,
Hell right? Yeah. So it inspired me. It put me on fire, and it snapped for me that I'm just not like trying to be the homie around the homies that can sing and he's fly, but he's the homie. Right. It's like, nah, I'm more than the homie, bro.
Right. You right. Like some shit going on. Like,
my vibe is inspiring in general. If I'm around you, bro, I'm gonna inspire you.
To
do or think some type of way.
Motivation. Something.
Dress some type of way. Go shopping here some type of way. Read this book.
The energy in the room.
Period. So, like I said, I was around a lot of the homies. So shout out to like BJ, Chicago Kid, Miguel, Trey Songz, Luke James, Bridget Kelly, Winter Gordon, who's now Diana. Like I can keep going. Madness.
And this is all New York. This is
New York. This is that New York. All people who have like been my real friends, and then we've all evolved. And so, you know, when you're like that, I feel like people often associate you and then they group you versus individualizing you and letting you be who you are.
You know what it is though? It ain't our time. It's God's time. That's my.
But I knew that. But it's God's time. But you gotta be awake and listening to God speaking to you and telling you it's time, because you can't be absorbed in the fun and you lose your time.
Facts. And that can play a real big part.
Yeah, because it's fun. And you drinking, you traveling, you meeting women, you going to parties, you getting fly, you da. Right. But when do you take the moment and say, yo, what am I doing with my time? Who am I? Facts. And so when I snapped in and said that, Miguel had taken off. Miguel had his All I Want Is You. Yeah. And he had come to New York, and I had known him previously through like online. That was like my family online. I fucked with his music. I thought he was dope. He was different, and I respected it. You know what I mean? Because I'm on that too. Like, be individual. Yeah. That's what inspires. Right. So he came to New York, and I just was like, yo, bro, these are the parties. These are the people. These are the cool girls. These are the type of girls in New York. And they became my bro. And through him, I'll say that I also had another light in my fire, just watching him work. Facts. Watching how it worked. Right. Watching his struggle. Watching how it, like, him try to maneuver through the bullshit. And that was my brother. And that's how it should be. Right. And that was your experience too. I'm watching through him, but I'm, I'm just me. Right. I'm in the corner. Right. I like it. I like it over here in the corner, just watching and being your bro in the corner, bro. Let me be a shooter in the corner. I got you in the back, bro. You over here. Yeah. So I'm watching everything around you because that's my training in general. That's what I bring to the table. Right. You know what I'm saying? So became my bro, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm backing up from all of the homies, and I'm gonna do my shit. And that's what Coke, Jack, and Cadillacs. And I identified that as Coke represented my first girlfriend.
Was it? I thought was it soda?
Sweet.
Like the soda Coke?
All of it sweet.
Okay.
Addicting.
The dope
bad
Coke
for you.
Okay.
She dope.
Okay.
In all forms of it.
Hard. That's hard. That's
Your
hard.
perfect counterpart in the sense of Coke goes with Jack perfectly.
Jack and Coke.
We look great together.
Yeah.
Visually, we are amazing.
Yeah.
Sex is amazing. It just blends.
True.
But it's toxic too.
Nah.
Because when you get drunk, too much is something to take you down. You know what I'm saying? First love. But then going into Cadillac was my first car. My dad gave me a Cadillac Eldorado, so it represented my journey, my ride, what I'm going through. For a dude, your first car is everything.
You stepping in a lack was your first car?
First car, bro. I put rims on it, put tents on it,
and
put
my
a
shit
system
was,
in
oh
it.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So my dad's a car dude, so he's inspired me off
You
top.
stepping. My shit was a Dodge Neon.
But I think about it. If your dad drives 5 cars, he's like, my son got to drive something fly.
He ain't gonna have y'all here, right? He can't have y'all here halfway.
So that was my joint.
Yeah.
And I was going through life experiences in that car. So I just, fast forward, I put all those experiences into a project. And based off of all my travels, being inspired by country music, rock music, R&B, gospel, soul. My family's Caribbean, so Caribbean music, Spanish, reggae. Like, how do I put all those sounds and experiences into something that is understandable for people who have never experienced it or never done it before? It's hard to do because people are only comfortable where they are.
Where they are.
So that's kind of been my objective the whole time. So that's why we broke it up into 3, so to where the Coke could represent Shorty, Jack could represent me.
Okay.
Which is like, I'm smooth, but I come with a punch. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But military shit. Like we know you gotta be trained.
Gotta be
trained.
trained.
What's up?
Little organization going on.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then Cadillac represents the journey. Everybody's on their own journey.
Facts.
So I broke it up into 3 parts so people could be able to understand and digest the music.
Facts.
And from there, I feel like is when it sparked. And it kind of happened faster than I thought.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, I put out my first little videos. I had some deal offers, and then I went into El Dorado.
And that was 2016.
Boom.
Damn, shit been real since then. It been lit before then, but it's just a lot of people don't get that real kind of hands-on industry exposure from the, like you say, from the nightlife to the, going through that, then going back to paint your own picture. Because a lot of people that be in those nightlifes with you, they ain't got shit to offer around you. So when that night they called you a socialite and all that, what I mean?
Sparked me like, nah,
you know what I mean?
I'm more than that.
And because you had substance about yourself.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of people having those type of people around you, they don't have the type of substance that you had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man, it's perfect, right, to get you in to go to 2016 with this Eldorado. And you still kept with a Cadillac car.
I stayed with my shit.
You stayed with the
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
I was gonna
you went to the type of car next.
Exactly.
The Eldorado.
Exactly.
Damn, man. That
Follow
shit.
the story.
Right.
Word.
Right. Man, in 2016, I also seen that you was in concert with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, man.
So, okay, bro. So, damn. I'm a nigga. I'm gonna keep all the way 100 with you. Like,
Yeah.
so I can't offend nobody, but me being with Mary J. Blige, but I don't know. I might have to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? That would have been my first cougar, boy. You know what I'm saying? But now on some real shit, being on tour with Mary J. Blige in 2016, man, like that's the queen of R&B.
The queen of R&B.
So did you get that? Was it like she already heard about you, or was it like, I know how business work. Like, yo, we got to have the next, because in 2016, I'm trying to think, where was R&B at in 2016? I graduated.
It was not there yet.
It was
people wasn't feeling it yet.
It wasn't.
Nah.
But it
was growing.
It was growing. But the people in that lane of the Mary J, they still was on tour. They still was going internationally and
classic.
Right. So how was that first experience going on that tour? Because I don't know, was that your first major tour?
Right before that, I went on tour with The Dream. So, but I had done like different things in between, like Bellinger. Me and Bellinger went on tour.
Yeah. And then your headline of X1X, that was later.
Mine was after Mary and Maxwell.
After Mary and Maxwell.
But
Mary and Maxwell. Ooh, that's a lineup, boy. Mary and Maxwell on the car.
That came from Maxwell. So what happened was I went on tour with Maxwell first.
Okay.
And Permission had just come out.
Okay.
And it was starting to move.
I was going to ask you about Permission.
It's moving. This is how this works. All right, let me figure this out. What I need to do next. They was like, you got to shoot the video now. I was like, oh, shit, I got to shoot a video. Like, this is happening. So, wow, bro, we got to back up, though, a little bit. Let me tell you why we got to back up, because it's important. So, remember I was talking about being around everybody and learning that I wanted to tell my own story in my kind of way.
True. Okay.
I put out Coke Jack and Cadillacs,
13.
and I intended that to be my first commercial release.
Okay.
So when I got with my label, it was supposed to be my first release of my album. That was supposed to be my album, Coke Jack and Cadillacs.
Okay. That was supposed to be your first
album.
Okay.
But we was looking for a radio single to go with it.
Okay.
So what happened is I got signed and I went right to the studio and I'm just recording. It's been like 6-7 months and I'm like, what the fuck? What we looking for?
6-7 months.
What kind of radio single we look? I'm recording mad music.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, we're just waiting for you. And the thing is, when you sign, you have this idea that you're gonna get these people around you who are gonna lift you up and do it and take you from where you think you're supposed to be to where, from where you are to where you think you're supposed to be. But you still gotta put in the work.
And that's what a lot of artists lose.
They don't realize you still gotta put in the work. Okay. But I'm still learning how this thing works. Like I get a radio single, like what?
So, and let's talk about permission since you brought it up.
But I will. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. So what happened was, I was recording songs. So I hit them like, yo, what are we looking for, bro? I don't know what kind of songs we looking for. And it had been probably like I said, 6, 7, 8 months. I had put out Coke Jack and Cadillacs probably a year before. And so the songs that you guys hear on El Dorado are the songs that I recorded in those 6-7 months looking for a single.
Damn.
So Permission came out of that. So Permission came out, which kind of like left Coke Jack and Cadillacs as this like untouched project that really never saw the light, but still is like classic in a way. You feel me? And part of my journey. So going fast forward into Permission going into Maxwell, he asking me to go on tour with them. It was amazing, bro, because I got to the first hand looking at like a legend.
Facts. A
legend and how he moves with his team, how he performs, how he interacts with the crowd, the women, how they love him, how they're diehard fans, how they buy the merch, they go to the shows, they go to the meet and greets. You know what I'm saying? And from that, it put me from Ro James, the socialite, to Ro James, the solidified artist, because I'm actually doing it because that's what the fuck I wanted to do.
Facts.
And I'm with somebody who's respected as an artist as well, and I'm learning the ropes, and I'm functioning and moving my whole team like that. I got my merch set up. Now it's actually working and selling out.
Right.
Because but the thing about it is, Maxwell's audience is such like they're so special. Like they're all women.
All women.
They bringing their daughters with them.
Yeah.
Or their daughters are bringing their mom and their aunties with them.
Like 20 to 60.
Yeah, bro.
It's a range.
All the whole spectrum. So for me,
it's a range.
Like I got the aunties and the grandmas and the daughters. They love me. But I think that when you have that, it's not really common that you get those age groups that really respect and like a younger artist.
True.
Off top. And so it puts me in a different bracket.
True.
When I haven't really covered the ground of my ground yet, it put me into like this radio artist that is like,
you kind of missed that.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
And that's who I am. You feel me? But then it put me as like it almost aged me a little bit. But
I see what you're saying.
But then it put me in a respectable place as an artist.
Quick.
Too. So I got both, and I love the experience. So then when they asked me to go with Mary, it was like, do you do that and go?
Yeah.
But how can you not marry J. Blige and Maxwell?
You can't miss that.
So, but the problem was, you asked me about Mary, and she is the queen of R&B for sure. She was amazing every single night.
Yeah, that's dope.
She slapped every single night, bro.
She got her rest.
No, she killed the stage every.
Obviously, she slept.
No, slapped.
Oh, slapped. Oh, okay.
She killed the stage every single night.
The
bro.
energy, that.
But it was
the kick,
also
the
a very
kick.
interesting
She
time.
did the kick.
Yeah, but it was an interesting time because she was going through that divorce situation.
Okay.
So I don't feel like I met the Mary that I would meet under a better circumstance. I feel like I met the Mary going through her shit.
True.
And I wanted to connect to that Mary, the Mary that was the Mary.
Yeah.
And and I had to respect that and not invade her space, let her breathe.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I got to bond with her the way that I wanted to, but I'll say that I got to experience and watch her go through her hurt on stage and how to be strong and not let that affect your stage.
Yeah.
And that's what I took from her.
Yeah.
As a woman, she was strong, bro.
Yeah.
And I respect it. I did get to speak with her a couple times, and when I did, she said to me, Shaka Khan told her, I believe it's Shaka Khan, but yeah, I'm just gonna say it because I think I'm right. But Shaka Khan told her to go out on that stage every night and sing like it's your last night ever.
Facts.
Like you were about to kill the shit and you were never gonna touch the stage again. And I took that with me because it's like I watched her actually do that every single night after that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that takes a certain amount of focus and dedication and energy.
Gotta do
and
it.
she got hits, bro.
Hits.
Mary got hits.
Yeah, they don't want no parts with her in the verses. No parts.
Killing.
They don't want no parts with Mary in the verses.
You know what I'm saying?
But I want to touch back before on the. I like what you said because as real artists and people get behind when they find somebody they like, and that young demographic that you thought you missed, like you said, you felt like that was a classic, your first album. But sometimes permission that hit me being a DJ, sometimes that hit single takes people back to go find and let me go see where he was before.
Sometimes though.
But as fans they want to see how you was before you signed that major deal.
Yeah.
And that's just like our favorite rappers or our favorite R&B or us, anything, like when they move to those places that got to be close to, you know, they labels and shit, people feel like you lose that organic because you're not in that
where you
broke
were
space. Let's just say that broke space anymore. So not to say that, and now that digital content is, you know, the era, like sometimes it's good to kind of like say that I get what you're saying, that you missed that wave, but that wave, that means it's timeless. Music is timeless.
Oh, nah, period.
Music is timeless, period.
Yeah.
Good music.
Yeah.
You know
as we keep on the timeline,
good music,
I'll tell
like
you why I'm not affected by that anymore for sure.
Let's go to it. Right?
Nah, go ahead.
But now, like, as true fans, sometimes it's always good to see that. I want to hear that shit before he got that major deal because it's a different you.
It's a different energy.
You was getting rid of all them hoes in your phone at the time. Like, this bitch ain't worth shit. Like, you was in that space to now you on the tour. Like, man, you got 3 different phones that you probably ain't around no more. So to go from that, I'm on this quality of woman because that's where the music comes from. Where you at in life to I'm seeing it's respectful. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? You know what
you gotta be classic,
you
man.
Know what I mean? And then we said the space R&B didn't have a space in 2016.
Nah, people was just not receiving it yet. I was coming with ideas and they was like, it's really a rapper world at that time.
True.
So now to see it evolve into this place where the R&B is taking over again.
Yo.
And I love it.
And to say that you got your own headline into it, that's what I'm going with it. Your own headline into it. Oh, now you popping shit now. Like, not to say you wasn't already popping shit, but was it X1X?
XIX, yeah.
Who was under your two? Who was the names under your two? If you can remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably, I don't know if you talked to them, but who came out on the stage?
Nah, I'm still cool with them, actually. Saint Beauty, Janelle Monáe had a group called Saint Beauty, and I liked them, and they were 2 black queens that were doing their thing, and I was like, all right, come on tour. Then it was my young bro, Major Major.
Okay.
Who's his own artist.
Okay.
He's dope too. I took him with me. Then Kevin Ross. Kevin Ross, I took him. But who else? I think that's it, bro. Oh, Candace. You know Candace, she sings from LA.
Is it spelled like it's spelled like AC? It's like a spell a crazy way.
She's amazing, bro.
I think I heard a song like off a podcast. It was talking about.
I wish I had my phone. I'll tell you what her last name is right now.
It's like it's spelled a weird way.
She's fire.
Okay.
She can sing, bro. So Word. I took her until she did she was Neo's artist at the time.
Okay.
So, but she developed and she's her own thing. She can sing her ass off, bro. But yeah, I took them on tour because I felt like I wanted artists who were doing their thing and give them an opportunity coming up to, and not just have another big headliner next to me, and then I was gonna headline again after, but we'll get into that.
And that's where I was going. Now,
yeah.
And let's talk about what was your next? I can't. Was it because I read? Was it? I don't want to get it mixed up. What was your next one? Let me say 2018.
So basically,
it was before that 4 EP.
I did a tour with BJ Chicago Kid. Me and him went on tour, and then I went on tour with Jessie J.
Okay.
So Jessie J is one of my homegirls too, and I felt like we both felt like our demographics would like to be in the same room. We sing.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I feel like people received it interesting, but I feel like it was cool for us. But our audience is so different.
Yeah.
Like I'm more urban R&B. She's more pop. Right. And what I was trying to do is, like I said, I'm figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to blend the genres and not really be like a boxed artist. Let me be an artist, man. Let me be everything.
Do the label try to do that though? Does the label try to box you? Can I ask you that? I mean, I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't get. Hey man, you still gotta get a motherfucking check when you leave this.
No, that's
you
family. I love them up there. Okay. It's just about figuring out the dynamics of how to work an artist like me. You know what I mean? But I feel like in any business,
okay,
you got to figure out the structure, and within the structure, and what your money and your budget is going toward, and what you need.
Okay,
you know what I mean. And when I came in, I could sing R&B, bro.
You can write too.
I write.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But I could do country music. I could do reggae. I could do Caribbean. I could rap. I could do it all, bro. But it's like you can only give people things in increments. So at the moment, what they needed from me was an urban soul R&B dude, and I could do that. But then there's so many layers. So it's up to me to create the music and to just release it and keep going and never stop.
True.
Showing who I am.
True.
So that goes from like that tour and that process. I went through this like crazy breakup. I had gone through like life shit.
Okay. And
then I needed a minute because I wasn't inspired. I wasn't inspired by the music business. I felt like this album should have been promoted. I felt like Adidas should have been on top of the world. I felt like Holy Water should have took over the whole world.
Yeah.
And helped the world and just been exposed a little bit more. So I was a little disappointed and hurt by expectations. But we have this quote that always says, expectations lead to disappointments, and you're supposed to just live in your experience. So going into Mantic, I felt like from Permission, everybody had associated me with this like romantic, nice guy that's asking for permission. And
I thought you was older.
Yeah.
I thought you was way or like the and my excuse for R&B right now is I tell people the reason that I think R&B don't have a space right now because back in the day when we were growing up, our influences were already grandfathers and uncles. They were they already had families. But now what the industry considers R&B, these niggas are still just came out their mama house 2 or 3 years ago, ain't probably been through 1 or 2 breakups.
Well, R&B, the line of R&B has crossed too, because now rappers are singing. So now it's like rappers are nominated in the R&B category because the song had a melody, and it's like it throws it off a little bit. So the way the worlds collide and you know what I mean? It's just different how you call something R&B now because it's not like Don Toliver's R&B to them, but Tory Lanez is R&B to them too.
True.
And it's like, you feel me?
It's
So it's like the category is very it's different.
Yeah.
So now what it is just people being individuals, being yourself. Like what is and that's how they should do it. I don't know. But
it's what you said though, because like you said, when you came out with the majors, like you ain't had to put the groundwork in like a lot. You came out like 0 to 100. You know what I'm saying? So all them people just always you already had the respect gained just from being around who you were around and already having your own. But the people that missed you in that social light, they missed it. But going up to that 4-track, was that 4-track EP you dropped was in 2018, right? Mm-hmm. Was that when you were on the tour with Jet? Was that around that same time?
That was kind of around the same time. I like I said, I make music every day, bro. Okay. Every day I'm recording music. Yeah, literally, I tap into my like Facebook Live every once in a while, but I'm literally working every day. I'm making a song every day. I'm trying shit every day. I'm rapping. Nobody's gonna hear it until I'm ready.
Right.
But every day I'm putting in work on being better.
True.
Developing ideas and crafts and you know what I mean, all the things. So it's like Smoke was that because it was like everything was smoke and mirrors to me. Yeah. It's like people put on a facade in the smoke, and I felt like I was in the place. I was in a hazy place. I didn't really fuck with nobody. I wanted to be by myself. I wanted to chill. I needed to figure it out. I needed to grow. I needed to travel. But everybody is expecting me to come back with this next album, but I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, blah, 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 blah. Put out...
was it Adidas? When did Adidas come out?
Adidas was on El Dorado.
Adidas was on. So, but how did that gain so much traction so like later though?
Adidas?
Yeah, like I felt like
I guess like people just catch on things later. Like you said, they heard Permission and people probably caught it, and then they were like, "Why didn't you put this out?" And it was too late. So
I felt like I don't know. I felt like that was promoted after Permission more.
I don't know. I think people just caught the album.
You think they caught it late? Caught it after they heard
it takes time.
Okay.
It takes time.
But music is timeless, so it really ain't a time on it if music is timeless.
It's not, but I had to learn that too, man. Okay. So that was in my Mantic phase. Like I was saying, I went into the album Mantic. But my idea was just, it was completely different than we had the opportunity to roll it out as because of the pandemic. My shit dropped on the Friday of George Floyd. Oh, man. So it was like, sheesh. Yeah. You feel me? So it was like splash.
Are we still working that project right now then?
But we still working it. But the thing is, like, it was supposed to have like this whole rollout, but the way that it worked out actually was exactly how it was supposed to work out. Okay. So the album's called Mantic, and Mantic means seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means, right? Okay. That's what Mantic means. Deep. Facts, bro. Because I have felt like everybody associated me, like I said, as this romantic dude. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I got both sides. I'm like the dirty romantic. You know what I mean? Don't let me be like,
you got the side nigga side. You got the side nigga button up
t-shirt, like button up shirts. That's not really it, bro. Like, there's many sides. There's dark romance too. Like there's toxic romance. There's so many different types of romance that you can be in that creates a body of work or inspires you to create something. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was in that vibe. So it's like, let me take that out real quick. Let me take Ro out of romantic and figure out what mantic means.
That's hard.
And on some deeper shit, take myself out of what I'm thinking and say like, yo, bro, who are you? What do you, come back to yourself in this. Don't get lost in the expectations of what it was supposed to be and relationships and people around you. Come back to you at the end of the day. Find God in you. Connect to God. Connect to whatever it is that you need to find you, and seek knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. That means like tapping into God, energy, the universe. What does it mean? Go sit by some water, bro. Smoke some weed. Right. Feel and hear yourself. Right. In a journal, read some books, go, you know what I mean? Travel, tap in. Yeah. And what do you learn when you come back after tapping in? And when you associate that to even relationships, it's like, you know, after I've tapped into myself and know who I am once again after going through something, whatever it is that you went through. I lost many people died in that time period of time. That hurts you. Yeah. That takes something out of you. It changes your frequency. It changes how you love. It changes everything. It makes you close up. Like, so I had to learn a lot of things, but so then now going back and now that I've tapped into the mantic, it's putting Ro back into it, now putting it all together. Now I can be romantic.
This is how you look how you brought it back all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
Now I can really be romantic.
Yeah. That's hard.
And romance is all of that shit, bro. Whatever you obsess and you're passionate about.
And that's what you promote. And what's the single? What's the single we promoting right now? Is that off of Mantic?
Yeah, that's what mantic means, that whole process. Okay. But what we promoting off it? So it was...
Is it best... What's the single you
So the first one was Last Time.
And
it was Touchy Feely.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be Be Mine.
Be Mine is what I said. Be Mine is currently what
they're pushing, like it's going right now. But then I'm about to re-release it.
Okay.
I'm putting 6 new songs.
And that's what the deluxe is hit harder.
That's the deluxe.
The deluxe is hit harder.
6 new songs. Okay. And I got a bonus with the deluxe called Air. So I'm gonna put romantic plus this project called Air. Yeah. And what's the next video that we're gonna have? I shot videos for everything, so we're just gonna drop them.
See, that's what main artists. You can shoot a video for any like.
I'm just trying to shoot, man. That's where I'm at.
I mean, and that's I
got the one with Miguel. We're gonna drop that first. It's called Too Much.
Is this next month? Is this coming for March? Is this a March release?
For March, yep.
Yeah, so for the fans that's looking, man, they can expect this in March, which Monday is the start of the new month. So
shit.
Yeah, Monday. Monday is March.
Okay.
Two more days. So we almost got it right. So what day?
Today is March.
No, I'm saying this will be out.
Oh shit.
You're right. Today it's gonna be out today. But that coming out, man. Is this so? It's a new fresh breath. It's a new fresh breath of air for me.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like outside ain't even open yet for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the digital content, dropping these videos, keeping your fans engaged. Yeah. What can you promise them fans that's gonna watch this video, that's gonna watch everything? What can you promise them from March? Going for the rest of 2021, man.
Man, consistency.
That's
one of the things. I feel like I haven't been consistent in my releases because I just be waiting like, oh, y'all deserve this shit.
Drop that shit.
But you know what? I got so much music. I got so much content. My OG Mark Pitts is now the president of RCA. So
that's dope.
Our whole team is up. Congratulations! I'm excited about that.
That's dope.
So
man.
It just puts me in a better position.
Word.
And to be heard, you know what I'm saying? And so what the fans could expect is just consistent music and content, a cooking show.
They can expect a cooking show.
Bro, a cooking show.
Okay.
I was just telling Big Homie I want to do a podcast, bro, because I got some ideas.
Okay.
I created like a couple of pieces of clothing.
Well, I see you got that shit on. I see you got that shit on, man.
Too,
you definitely have it on, man. I don't think this. It's not corduroy either for people.
Nah,
it's not corduroy, man. Nah. But this is is this your brand?
No, this is not. But
okay,
my shit is pretty much this vibe.
Okay.
This is my vibe.
So what's the name of your? Can you promote your?
XIX is 19. All my shit is consistent.
Okay.
XIX.
Okay.
Like I said, consistency is what you expect.
And it's on your website. Of course,
it's going to be on the website. Okay. I'm working on my own strain. I'm working on a lot of things.
Oh man, you gotta. Okay. Well, shit, we gotta definitely wrap it up, man. We gotta get to the end of it, but before we get out of here, man, for anybody, family, friends that you can associate this interview with, man, what positive words can you give for the up and coming R&B cats, for the cats that's 40 years old, they just bought them a keyboard, got them a studio that want to, what can you influence for the people that's out there, man?
Man, I'll say take them one day at a time.
Facts.
Time is of the essence.
Okay.
Do it. Don't listen to anybody. Trust your gut. Trust yourself. Trust your heart. Connect to yourself so you know what you're talking about. Tell your story. That's how you become immortal. That's telling your story, leaving it behind, and leaving your voice as an imprint. Don't stop. Don't quit. Let's get it.
Don't stop. Don't quit, man.
We're going to go out in a different way.
How we going to go out? Let's do that. This is music off the new project.
Let's go.
Live Hip Hop Daily, man. Oh, that sample going crazy. DJ Larry Luv, man.